Happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's do a quick stock market analysis. Starting with Bitcoin, you can see it's making higher highs, higher lows. So change in trend already happened. You can see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now making higher high. We can get a little bit of cool down, and then we're gonna go to our target of 42 to 42k. Okay, that's my target from now until end of this year. And you can see Bitcoin gave me a buy signal here on 16th of October. Nothing changed. Look for pullback because you can see short-term daily chart very oversold. Okay, you can see light green background. That means it's very oversold. So if you're in profit, look to take profits. And even if I go to 1 hour chart, you can see what's happening here. 1 hour chart, we are now making a little bit of divergence. You can see previous high here and then this high here. If I draw a line here from these two highs, you can see here we're starting to build a little bit of divergence. Okay, so just be careful of that. Momentum is going down, and short-term daily chart looks very oversold. So time to take profits. Ethereum is a little bit weaker compared to Bitcoin, but again, it's just gonna follow Bitcoin. And my next target is here around 2000 to 2100. All right. Okay, so let's quickly go to VIX. VIX bouncing again back about 20, which is not good news, but end of the day it crashed down. So I'm expecting VIX. This is daily cycle. VIX to bottom out somewhere around mid of December. So until that, I think we could get a massive rally. S&P 500 new low. But on divergence, you can see there's divergence here. And let me get to NDX chart first. And if I go to weekly chart, you can see where we are now. We always find support between green and red lines, and we are right on top of the red line. Okay, you can see almost there. Okay, so today was the best time to buy, and I think from here we can get an impulsive bounce, so just be mindful of that. So do not blindly start shorting. Okay, this is not where you want to short. Time to short is gone. You should have shorted at new all-time high when we were making divergences here. You can see new high here with like a little bit of momentum change. So that's just what you need to be careful of. All right, so daily chart of NDX, we're back on the support line here. You can see, and then triple Qs also, we're back on the support, a little bit lower, but still have higher divergence, so nothing changed. And also, if we go to 1 hour chart, let's go to regular trading hours. You can see we gap down on triple Qs. Actually, all major indices were gap down. You can see S&P 500 gap down. Dow Jones was okay. IWM also gap down. All right. So if I go to daily chart, all these gaps now will fill eventually. To the top side, there are all these yellow dots, and this is the. If I go to daily chart, all these yellow gaps lines are the gaps to fill, and from here we can go and start filling all these gaps up to the top, almost 10-11%, and my target is even higher. From here, I'm expecting new all-time high. It is quite possible, guys. From now, we can get a new all-time high. That's going to be almost 16% away. All right. Gold consolidating, looking for pullback into 1915 bounce. Silver also looking for it to break and then bounce. This trend line, white trend line, still struggling to close above that. Natural gas has nothing changed. Buy the dip, now above all moving averages, which is very good news. Look to buy all the dip. Crude oil, nothing changed here. You can see just trying to make bear flag, and then it's going to break down. Dollar index also looking for, actually, let's see, did it make a new high? It made slightly new high. It needs to really break here. If it doesn't break here, then I think the trend is changed and we would have made a new high. Okay, so we got to be careful. Stock market, Apple on support, Tesla, massive gap, and let's go to 1 hour chart. Looks like this gap is filled, so I'm going to delete this gap. This gap was created yesterday and now it's closed. Netflix, nothing changed, looking good. Microsoft, massive pump after earnings. Google, massive dump after earnings. If I go to 1 hour chart, so let me delete these. This is now the gap to the top side, so I have to convert this to yellow. So let's make this yellow, and let's go back to daily chart. You can see here back on the support line here, and let me delete this. So Google is right on the support here too. Meta earnings release and massive dump after that. Let's see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be a coin flip, so that's all I can say for now, right? So it's going to be massive dump. Looks like what they want to do. Amazon after 5% down. You can see all these gaps are filled. Okay, this gap now created, but there was another gap which is filled. So from now to the top, all these gaps are there. And actually, let me fix this very quickly. From here to the Actually, this is not gap here, so I'm going to delete this. Sorry about that. So okay, so Amazon looking for this to find bottom. There was this gap, now close below 2200 EMA, this blue line. So let's wait for it to close above that before we get bullish. Snowflakes down 5%. Again, divergences, making new lows on divergence on RSI. So let's see if it can hold and then bounce. NVDA also looking for a bounce, and AMD also looking for a bounce. Let's quickly look at commodities, and then we're going to wrap up today soon. All right, so let's look at where did it go? Commodities. Copper in the buy zone. Palladium struggling to close above 1139, so wait for it to close above that. Wheat not able to close above this red moving average, so just be patient. It could be high low before we go higher. Corn, same thing. Just divergences are building, so just hang on there. Soybeans also in the buy zone. Sugar waiting for dip to happen, and then it's going to be bouncing after that. Newmont Mine looking for a gap fill around 36.35. Gold miners looking for higher low and then a pump. And sector-wise, XLK, XLK is tech sector, looking for it to bottom and bounce. XLE, looking for a little bit more downside move. XLV, massive dump, but you can see new low on divergence. So divergence are happening across the board with all indices. XLU, looking for lower high to bounce. XLI, this gap filled. So if it is, then we can delete this. So that's good. Looking for a pump. XLRE, real estate sector, making divergences here again. New low with divergence. So looking to break this resistance. We can draw a line like that for resistance, something like that. Look for that to break. Financial sector, keep going down. Another gap here all the way around 3184. I don't think we're going to go that far. Divergence are here as well. And KRE, looking for a gap fill around 37. And some people ask me Shopify, so let's quickly go through Shopify. 7% down. Wow, very close to this gap which I predicted here. So let's see if it can fill this gap and then bounce. That gap is around 46.56. All right guys, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.